information, call 609-365-7100. This is WKBS TV, Burlington, Philadelphia, a member of the New Jersey Broadcasters Association.
It seems like a century ago when the Whitney Dance Company opened here. I only wish I could have seen it.
It was magnificent.
A huge success, a couple of performances, then nothing. What the hell did it all mean?
It means that you did what you set out to do. I mean, the fact that it was cut short wasn't your fault. The company opened. People recognized your talent. They applauded your success.
An applause that I never heard, thanks to Sky Whitney.
But everybody knew that it was your victory.
Well, it's all over now. We can move on to something else. A dramatic company. Who knows what that will bring?
I don't know, but it's going to be interesting.
You know, there is nothing more eerie than an empty theater. I can't shake the feeling that the ghost of Sky Whitney is haunting this place.
Don't say that. This is a whole new challenge now. And it has nothing to do with Skylar Whitney.
Wait a minute. Will you look at this place? Is this something? Wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Smiley, it's got everything. It's got a great lighting board. It's got a scene dock, flies, and enough boarders for the Metropolitan Opera House.
The dressing room, hot and cold running. Why, you kidding? Hey, God bless all rich widows, especially Raven Whitney.
Raven, if you went to see Cliff Nelson about the estate, I don't see why you didn't wait for him to return to his office.
Because I didn't feel like waiting, and I had other things to do. I'll call him later and tell him to come to the house tomorrow.
Do you think a house call is really necessary?
Well, why not? I'm paying the fee, which I'm sure will be exorbitant. I just wonder if he can handle the job.
From what I hear, he is a very accomplished young lawyer, and Mike thinks he'll do very well for you.
Well, that's the only reason I hired him, Mike Carr's recommendation. Personally, I think Cliff Nelson's a jerk.
Raven. In any case, I'm sorry that you had your trip for nothing this morning.
Well, I wouldn't say it was for nothing. I didn't get to see Cliff, but I had a very interesting little visit.
Why don't you call Cliff right now and make another appointment?
Well, no. Actually, there's something else I have to do first.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Mountain Grown Folgers, Mountain Grown coffee, the richest kind, and by Bold 3, detergent plus full-strength fabric softener.
5 years ago, my only exercise was running around after Davy. Now, Davy's running to keep up with me. Boy, has my life changed for the better.
5 years ago, I read the letters to the editor. Now I write them. That's some change.
And 5 years ago, I used a box of this, a bottle of that, or a sheet of something else to get laundry clean and soft. Today, I use Bold 3 detergent plus fabric softener. It cleans, softens, and controls static cling all in one box. That's a change for the better. Look, Bold 3 is a powerful detergent. Can you tell which socks ran through the mud? I mean, that's clean. But why stop at clean? Bold 3's got a full-strength fabric softener, so my towels come out downright snuggly. And see? No annoying static cling. Fact is, 5 years ago, I never would have believed one box of detergent could clean, soften, and control static. That's quite a change.
A change for the better. Bold 3.
Sphinx!
Nefertiti.
Cleopatra! Right! Oh, you're good at charades, Pam.
And now she's great at coffee.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson. You said Folgers would prove it.
Sure, Folgers is different. A special blend. Best I've tasted.
Mountain grown?
That means great flavor because it's the richest kind of coffee.
Honey?
Yes. Sounds like
Oh, more Folgers coffee!
Great coffee's easy, and mountain-grown Folgers proves it.
Raven, you have a positive genius for procrastination. You always have something else to do first.
I do have something else to do first, and it's a lot more important than calling Cliff for a consultation.
I can't say that anything is more important than settling the question of Schuyler's estate.
Well, Mike Carr says there aren't going to be any problems.
And I don't expect there to be either, but it's a very complicated process, especially with an estate the size of Schuyler's. There are documents galore. Tax reports, surrogate courts, corporate involvement. You'll be signing papers for the next 2 years.
I'll let Cliff do all that. The only thing I want to do is avoid any further publicity.
Mike and everyone else has assured you that there won't be any more ugly talk about Schuyler. Now, I think you can relax on that point. You're getting positively paranoid.
Well, Damien Tyler told me that there's someone who's still on the case.
Who?
Calvin Stoner.
What would he be doing on the case?
He's determined to find an alleged motive for Schuyler's alleged plot to murder Gunther, which is ridiculous because we all know that Gavin Wiley murdered Gunther. I think they're just using Schuyler as a scapegoat, which makes a lot of sense now that Sky's dead.
Calvin Stoner is a conscientious police officer, and he's a fine young man.
Oh, yes. He certainly is a model of rectitude, isn't he? Well, I think I'm going to prove you wrong about your procrastination theory. That little thing that I have to do right now, I'm going to go do right now.
Stoner, would you be so good as to explain to me the point of this memo about the Whitney case?
Well, I thought it might be worthwhile to make some inquiries among Wagner's friends and associates, that's all.
Listen. There's been all too much time spent on this case. I hate to remind you guys, and I don't want it to come as a shock to you, but there are some unsolved cases around here.
But, Chief, all we want to...
Don't but Chief me. We have all the vital information. We have the suspect. He may be dead, but Schuyler Whitney killed Gunther Wagner, and that's it.
Yeah, but there's still a mystery here. I mean, we've got no motive for this murder.
It doesn't matter. He killed the man, and that's it. And I'll tell you guys one more time, I will not authorize the expenditure of any more time or money or manpower on this.
Hey, wait a minute.
I want you to put all your energies onto solving crimes.
Just take it easy, why don't you? Look, it's okay. You're, the boss.
Well, Calvin, thank you for that admission. You're right, I am the boss.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I mean, I wasn't trying to be flippant.
And that's another thing. The attitude around here has been all too lax lately. I want you both to know this picnic is over, and you can tell your friends outside and downstairs the same thing.
All right. If that's all, I'd like to, request a couple of hours off. My wife's in town, and...
What?
I need to see her about something.
All right, go take care of your wife. And when you're through, I want you back out on the street ringing doorbells on that Lucas case. You got me?
Yes, sir.
And what do you want?
I just wanted to tell you that I'll be ready to report for work tomorrow morning.
Great, you told me. And remember, the same thing I said to him goes for you. No more on that Whitney case.
I agree. I think Raven has suffered enough.
Well, that's not my reason for laying off, but it doesn't matter. All right, you can go.
Depress you people, but I have to leave.
Where are you off to, Smiling?
I gotta meet Casanova at Sid's Tavern.
Casanova? Who's that?
Johnny Gentry. Who else? Who's that? I'll see you later. Yeah. Step back, Jack. Ah. You must be Miss Avery.
Yes, I am. How did you know?
The legends of your beauty and charm have preceded you.
Well, thank you. And you are?
Smiley Wilson. I understand we're going to be working together.
Great. I look forward to it.
You look forward to it. I can't. wait. Incidentally, I like to run lines in private. I'm going now.
He is quite a character, isn't he?
Slightly crazed, but he's okay. And a good actor.
And my brother. Oh, Jinx, do you remember Jody and Gavin?
Yeah, we've met.
Yes.
Gavin's going to be our director.
Oh, great.
So, what do you think of the Whitney Theater?
Well, I think it's just terrific, and I am thrilled to be here. I can't wait to get started.
Well, things are moving right along.
Yeah, Jim has started revisions on the script. The cast is now complete thanks to you, and Hector's begun designs on the sets.
Yep. In fact, I just sent Cliff down to the property house to put a deposit down on that jail cell we're going to use.
And Jim would like the company to meet tomorrow. This way we can all read the script together and get an idea of what the play's about. Will that work out for you?
Oh, sure, couldn't be better.
Well, then, we're on our way.
Great.
Tell me, has Jim said anything about a timetable for the opening?
Oh, no, not definitely. So much has happened these past 2 days, he hasn't had time to sit down and figure it out. Did you need to know?
Oh, well, I was just wondering, that's all. I hope it's soon. Very soon.
Dear Diary, last night Roger finally popped the question.
What's that, a pie?
It's a chocolate cream pie.
I didn't know you could bake.
I didn't have to. I used a ready crust pie crust made with graham crackers.
Terrific.
Roger just couldn't stop himself. He threw his arms around me and declared his love.
Oh, boy, I love pie. You know, you and I...
Oh, Roger, I accept.
Someone you love would love a ready crust pie from Keebler.
I do it every day. Buff Puff. I do it with my favorite soap. Buff Puff is a non-medicated spongy pad created by a dermatologist to uncover clean, glowing skin. Buff Puff helps gently remove makeup, dirt, dead skin cells, and uncovers you. You may have read about some movie stars using Buff Puff. Well, I do it every day, and I'm not even a movie star. Yet.
Buff Puff. Do it every day.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks a lot, Nancy.
Yeah, you want your coffee now or later?
Later, I think.
Hey, did you hear the great news about the maskers taking over the Whitney Theater?
Yeah, Cliff told me. That's wonderful.
Dee Dee, we have got ourselves an acting company, a play, and now we have got ourselves a terrific theater.
That's encouraging for all of you, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. I'm so excited.
So you'll be going into rehearsals right away?
Yeah, I think so. Dee Dee, I gotta tell you something. And you gotta promise me not to breathe a word of it to a living soul.
That's a heavy responsibility, but I promise.
Dee Dee, I've been rehearsing curtain calls in my room alone. And I feel so guilty. I mean, what if somebody found out? I mean, you gotta promise not to tell anybody, okay?
Mitzi, I'll take it to my grave.
Thank you. I feel so much better. Oh, this whole thing is just like a dream come true.
Yeah, I guess that's life, isn't it? One dream comes true and another dream comes to an end.
Hey, what are you talking about? Whose dream ended?
Oh, nothing. It's not important. Well, with everything that's been happening with you lately, someday you might be as famous as Star Wilson.
Yeah, right. Calvin's wife. She is famous, isn't she?
That's what they tell me.
You know, I'd be really interested in seeing her act someday.
Well, if you had bought a ticket to see her act this week, you would have missed her. She took a leave of absence from the play to come home and spend some time with her husband. I guess that's true love, isn't it?
Dee Dee, is there something wrong between you and Calvin? Did something happen?
No, Mitzi, nothing happened between Calvin and me. I admit I did come very close to ignoring my New Year's resolution about Calvin, but fortunately, I came to my senses.
It's too bad.
Oh, Mitzi.
Yeah?
Take care of those two gents over there, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hey, you two gents. I'll have menus in a minute.
Hey, Sidney, I was hoping you'd be waiting on this table tonight so I could get to watch you come and go.
Ooh, you show folks are all alike. Full of the blarney.
Smiley, you really like Sid, don't you?
If you tell Ma, I'll kill you, you dirty rat. Mm-hmm.
My mom always says...
A penny saved is a penny earned.
I save with this.
Waste not, want not. Dawn handles more grease for the money.
Are you sure?
Am I your mother? Look, I've washed greasy dishes in an average bargain liquid, and Dawn. See, Dawn handles more grease for the money. Keeps grease away from dishes.
With Dawn, dishes look great. My hands don't feel greasy.
They'd look better with a wedding ring.
Next time, call.
Dawn, handle more grease for your money.
Aren't we eating out?
I thought we were eating in.
We are now. All I have is cold fried chicken.
Too bad we can't refry it.
Well, I do use Crisco oil.
It'll soak up more oil. Won't it taste greasy?
We'll see. Good so far.
It's fantastic. Now, aren't you glad we ate in?
No.
Crisco oil with no cholesterol makes fried foods that taste delicious, not greasy.
Betsy smells funny.
That's baby smells. Smelly formula, sticky baby food.
Diapers.
That's ammonia. Baby laundry's a special problem. So instead of regular detergent, I use Dreft with enriched borax. It's specially made for baby laundry.
There's borax in grain after grain of Dreft. Dreft gets tough baby laundry clean and clean smelling.
Now she smells good.
Dreft cleans baby smells out of baby laundry.
It's okay, Smiley. You can tell me. You dig Sid Brennan.
Yeah, I dig Sid Brennan.
Look, I know you've been being cute with her because she put up the money for the theater, but we've got the money now. So you can cut the charm and relax.
What are you talking about? You got the soul of a weasel. I'm surprised at you, John. But beyond the 10,000, Sydney happens to be a good-looking lady, okay? And on top of that, she's direct, no games, a straight-ahead chick, and I like that type.
I'm just asking.
Right, and while you're asking, think about this, okay? What's the big deal about $10,000? $10,000, that's nothing today. In these times, it's peanuts.
Smiley, that's all she's got is from an insurance policy.
That's what she says. $10,000, that's not a big payoff to make. You know what I'm telling you? The company made a payoff on her ex-old man's life. A guy's life, Johnny. It's got to be worth more than $10,000.
She says it was worth about a nickel.
Right. You don't think she's making a bunch of profit from this place? You're kidding. Old Sydney gal there is stashing it someplace.
Oh, so that is why you're interested in her, and you say I have the soul of a weasel.
Hey, back up, will you, Johnny? If Sid was a dog, I mean, I wouldn't think twice about this, you know, but she happens to be. All right. There's nothing like being nice to a good-looking woman, huh? So why don't I quit letting the grass grow? Hey, I'm coming at you, Sydney. How you doing?
Real fine. How about you?
Win some, lose some.
Can I pour you something?
No, thanks. That's not what I came over here for.
Oh? You find me irresistible, is that it?
Oh, I'm not going to argue that. Listen, I guess you heard we've got the Whitney Theater.
Oh, yeah, I heard that from Cliff and Mitzi. Hey, that's one big hurdle. So, you're really a full-fledged show company now.
Hey, you're in it now, too. I think you ought to think serious about the whole thing. I mean, really get involved.
Boy, what I know about the theater is zero. Oh, I know that the curtain goes up and the curtain comes down, and that's about all. No, Smiley. I'll leave it to the geniuses. I'm just an investor.
Just an investor? In show business, investors are called angels. And in your case, that's the perfect description. So I think somebody that's invested in the theater should know something about it. I could fill you in.
Oh, yeah? Well, that'd be nice.
Well, let me ask you, you ever take a night off from this place?
Sometimes.
What about tomorrow night? I'll take you to a restaurant. You can check out the competition.
Well,
Don't make any hasty decisions.
Sure. All right.
Well, Jinx, if you're in such a hurry to get going on this, why don't we have a little read-through? Might be fun.
Sure. Oh, good. Now, I know that all you've had time for is to skim read. What I'd like you to do this time is do whatever you feel, whatever the lines indicate to you, even if it's just scratching the surface, okay? I'll play Matthews.
Well, first, could you give me a little background? I mean, what happened right before the scene?
All right, as you know, Marie is the girlfriend of the defendant in the trial. In this scene, she has come to see Matthews, the defense attorney, and he's been rather reluctant to take on the case. He's tough, he's cynical, and he's not so sure of his client's innocence.
Well, why did he agree to defend him in the first place?
Notoriety, national attention. Anyway, she sensed his reluctance in a previous scene. She's come to him in this scene to try to convince him of her version of the truth. Understand? Okay, why don't we take it from page 52 from the line, "I've heard about you, Mr. Matthews."
All right. I've heard about you, Mr. Matthews. You've got quite a reputation as a criminal lawyer. Your reputation for compassion isn't quite so good.
Marie, let me set you straight. The law is my profession. I don't deal in compassion. I deal in facts, precedents, statutes. My job is to get the defendant off with as little damage as possible, no matter what I have to do. Whether it's plea bargaining, a charge of insanity, whatever.
And what about in this case?
Frankly, the odds are against us. Nothing in the world is going to keep him from spending the rest of his life in jail. Now, forget miracles. The only miracle we can expect is avoiding the gas chamber. And if you repeat that before the trial is over, I'll call you a liar.
You don't pull any punches, do you?
No.
Oh, sure. What do you care? What do you care about him or his father or me? We don't count much as long as you get your picture in the 6 o'clock news.
Miss Forbes, you are a very attractive woman. Take my advice and forget this kid. I'm telling you, there's nothing you or I can do about saving him, so just forget him.
How dare you say that to me? It's easy for you to talk about forgetting. What did you ever have to remember about precedents and statutes? What have you ever cared about except Section B, Paragraph 10? Just forget him? How do you forget the way someone looks at you? The way he smiles or laughs, or looks angry, or whispers your name. The way his arms feel around you. The way he says, "I love you, Jinx."
Her name is Marie.
Yes, Helen? All right. Send him in.
Hello, Derek.
Hello, Mike.
How would you like to exchange that coffee cup for a martini glass?
No, thanks, Mike. I'm working late this evening.
You've got that heavy a workload?
Yes, I do. Sit down.
Thanks. You sure you have to work late tonight?
Yes, Mike, I'm sure.
Listen, my friend, I'm not going to beat around the bush. You look like hell. You're going through a rough time, aren't you?
Look, Mike...
And don't try to make me look like a fool by denying it. Derek, I'm not just making idle conversation. If I didn't care, I wouldn't ask.
I know that, Mike.
Would you like to talk about it?
Sure. Sure, why not? I'm sure this whole town wants to know why my wedding's been put off. Jinx just decided she didn't want a marriage to interfere with her career, so we postponed.
Is that the official explanation?
That is the official explanation and the only one you'll get out of me.
All right, Bubbles, get ready to hit the dirt.
I should have become an accountant.
Oh, stop worrying, kid. We're going to give this bathroom the shine of its life. Show those germs no mercy. Dig in, kid, dig in. Clean and shine. Disinfect, deodorize. We'll never scratch or leave any grit. Oh, we never do, we never do. You did good, kid. Now let's go down a drain together. We work hard, so you don't have to.
Dow Bathroom Cleaner with scrubbing bubbles.
I've raised 6 generations of top-winning Alaskan Malamutes on Calcan.
Sheila Balch, top breeder of champion Alaskan Malamutes.
Calcan starts with rich red meat, high-quality meat that's protein-rich for strong muscles. Then they add vitamins for sharp eyes, calcium for strong bones and teeth, and whole egg for a shiny coat. It keeps my dogs at their absolute best. Here's the proof. I recommend Calcan.
Calcan, recommended by top breeders to help make your dog top breeder healthy.
You know that check you say you're gonna send me for the back rent?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Thanks.
I want cash.
Fred is named Watts Businessman of the Year tonight at 7.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess I better get going. I don't want that martini at Harry's bar to get warm.
Take a rain check?
Sure.
Mike.
Yeah?
Listen, I appreciate your concern, and I'm sorry if I've been a little abrupt. But I'm not in a good mood.
Forget it, Derek. I can certainly understand why you're not in your usual affable mood.
The second time this has happened to me, you know? First time with Raven, I considered myself kind of lucky. This time I don't feel lucky at all.
Well, you're home just in time, Calvin. We have company.
Raven, what the heck are you doing here?
Well, actually, I came here to see you, Calvin, about something, but then I realized that your wife was here, and it was a special treat.
It was, huh?
Oh, yes, it was very special. Mrs. Whitney's been very entertaining.
Oh? Singing, dancing, telling funny stories, things like that?
One funny story about someone named Dee Dee Bannister.
Hello, this is Joe Niagara of WPEN 950. Join me Monday night when I'll be your host for the 8 o'clock movie, The Philadelphia Story, starring Jimmy Stewart, Cary Grant, and Katharine Hepburn.
I don't want to be worshipped. I want to be loved.
The Philadelphia Story, just one of the great films you'll see this week on the WKBS WPEN Film Festival.
Hey, do you believe in Welchkins? Well, if you don't believe in Welchkins, who do you think makes Welch's grape juice so delicious? Who do you think picks these grapes, all ready to burst with flavor? Why, Welch's has so much good natural flavor, they never add artificial flavors or colors. And who do you think puts in the vitamin C for you?
Welch's is delicious.
Take it from the Welchkins. Nobody else's tastes better than Welch's.
Tonight at 6.
The Museum of American Jewish History congratulate Philadelphia on its 300th birthday.
No one plays more adult hits than WSNI, but it's the people behind the music that makes us sunny.
Hi, I'm Tony Mann, your man behind the music at 10 a.m. Ted McLean, I'm behind the music at 3.
Chris Quetta, I'm behind the music evenings at 7.
And the person behind the news.
Hi, I'm Pat Farnack.
And me, I'm Dave Banks, the man behind the music in the morning.
So tune us in and hear what makes us sunny.
There are several ways you can improve your home's exterior. You can paint and repaint, or you can put up siding, which fades and dents and chalks. Or you can do what this homeowner did. Let Garden State Brick Face and Stucco make your home maintenance-free and fuel-efficient with the elegant look of brick, stucco, or stone. We apply 3 coats of steel-reinforced cement and finish it in the designs and colors you choose. It all costs a lot less than you think. Your home can be maintenance-free in about a week. This house took about 4 or 5 days. It's hard to remember exactly. We did it back in 1954. In all those years, this is the first time we've touched this house. That's maintenance-free. Call Garden State Brick Face and Stucco. We'll make your house as solid as a rock.
Call 1-800-228-6609 for a free estimate. That number again, 1-800-228-6609. That's 1-800-228-6609.
Tonight at 8, Gary Cooper stars as a tough Texas Ranger out to get his man in Northwest Mounted Police.
Popo is wanted for murder here. He belongs to the Mounted Police now.
He belongs to whoever catches him first.
The whole force will be cut to pieces.
Your life's all I care.
It's shoot-'em-up action in Cecil B. DeMille's Northwest Mounted Police, starring Gary Cooper, Paulette Goddard, and Robert Preston. Tonight's 8 o'clock movie here on Channel 48.